Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Yet again, today we are delving into a different kind of video from the rest of my channel. Today is a totally opinionated / hearsay compilation with no conclusive evidence anywhere to be found. I'll be showcasing my thoughts on what your favorite character or main in Genshin Impact says about you. I know, very original, right? Of course, I won't go through every character in this video alone, but if this does do well, I will be making more. Be sure to like and subscribe if you wish to see more, while also telling me which character you'd like my take on the comments below. Also, before this video starts, I'd like to say that I am currently going through a bit of allergies, so if I sound a little stuffy, I apologize. As usual, I don't want to waste you guys' time, so let's begin with. When on the topic of Kazuha, I feel like the fanbase is separated into two groups. The fans who have him, and the fans who skipped his banner. The people that do have him sort of laugh at the people who skipped him simply because of how crazy of a unit he is, and the people who don't have him are probably crying with every new banner release that doesn't feature his rerun. However, when someone with Kazuha avatar speaks with people, they seem to act rather similar to him. Chill, going with the flow, and just not taking things too seriously, which is probably why they love the character so much. And also,
smoke weed every day.
You as a person are very empathetic, and I don't mean to say that you're an empath or anything. I just mean you probably take others' feelings into consideration over your own, in most cases, before you make a decision. As for why you're playing Amber, I would have to guess it is out of spite, due to her low pick rate in the Abyss and constant reminders of how bad her kit is. But you still play her, you still build her, and you still love her. She was your first after all, and that's where you want to have fun. So go you. You know, everyone with a child profile picture is either just a damage god with a build they won't let anyone know, or just weird. Like seriously, we all have at least one story of a child main going off the rails, or just pulling you along with their antics in the chat box. Needless to say, child mains are just very fun to watch or talk to, as each of them are so unique and their levels are crazy. And if you meet a child main who seems to be well adjusted, they're probably hiding something. Also, you can find child mains out in the wild by just saying,
"This opportunity is quite hard to come by,"
or
せっかくのチャンスだ.
As of May 9th, 2022, you probably have dark bags under your eyes and pinch your nose bridge at the sight of Ayaka Rerun God, or Ayaka God of Eternity, or even Ayaka Forever memes by now. Yeah, the joke kind of fizzled out on day one in my opinion. But anyways, Ayaka mains are always nice and very sociable people. But it seems a lot of them don't really have too good a sense of humor and small talk. Jokes seem to fly over their heads more often than not, and they usually reply to jokes and comments with a simple haha or lol without bouncing back. But when you're looking for resources for that new character, you can bet that requesting to join an Ayaka avatar will get you everything you need and maybe a new friend. I bet you can't dodge anything, can you? Not gonna name any names, but Zhongli is the perfect character to combat that weakness. A nearly impenetrable shield, and a burst that petrifies enemies from doing pretty much anything to hurt you. There's no shame in covering your weaknesses to clear the challenge. You definitely fell in love with him the moment you heard his voice, along with his serious demeanor and goofy antics in the Archon quest, as well as the stories of his past uncovered through his story quests. It is hard not to love his character. As for the people who play Zhongli, they are very reserved when meeting new people. They don't talk much and usually will respond in brief sentences, until you match their true energy. Then the floodgates open and they go chatting about their favorite hobbies or TV shows or video games, and don't even notice how much they're rambling, which they will apologize for, and of course you'll have to keep reassuring them that it's really no big deal. Zhongli fans are also a bit anxious, it seems. Not in the traditional way, but they probably are the types of people to overplan or overestimate something coming up, in order to make sure nothing goes wrong. So having an ever reliable and wise Archon at your back is a great comfort to these people. You are a big softie, and also a fan of cutesy stuff. Things like plushes, shiny memorabilia, and probably figures make your heart flutter. I'm gonna shoot a shot here and say your favorite color is most definitely yellow, pink, or purple. Let me know in the comments if I was right. Klee mains are always very sweet, and have a sort of purity to their conversations. Kinda makes talking to them quite a treat. However, I think Klee superfans will have a hard time talking about their favorite character to people who don't play Genshin Impact. As we all know, Genshin has its own stereotype of what the player base is made up of, and I won't dive any deeper, but we all understand. So it is hard for Klee mains to justify their stance to people who just don't get it. I should have said this in the intro, but I can assure you that your favorite character is not indicative of your entire personality. And if that is the first thing people think of when you say you like Klee, it says more about them than it does you. So keep being you, my friend. Unless you are a part of that demographic, then
Get the hell out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Okay.
Get out! Get out!
you are a very stubborn person. I found that Noelle mains stick to their favorite waifu maid and will bark and snarl at anything that challenges their queen's throne. I mean, hey, no disrespect, I think it's very honorable. She's a very adorable character with a strong kit to boot. When Itto first released, it had many Noelle players scared of a better Geo Claymore user, and they most definitely got Itto's weapon just to give to Noelle anyway, without even considering the thought of playing him. But Noelle mains are pretty nice people outside of the talk on team building and meta tier lists, and will reflect their favorite character's desire to fulfill the wishes of the people most close to them. A very honorable task indeed. You also hope she becomes an official knight one day, but also your room is probably very messy. Like you probably have like 5 water bottles on your desk. You probably like being in the position of an older brother figure. If someone like Chi-Chi was your little sister, it probably would make you feel like a pretty big man. Which, by the way, she does remind me of Nezuko from Demon Slayer. With Chi-Chi's aloof personality and tendency to forget, it is indicative that she needs someone by her side at all times in order for her to go through life in any sort of normal way. Not to mention, she probably has a horrible time fitting in due to the fact that she is a zombie, and she probably will never age or die. Kinda awakens a sort of paternal instinct, I guess. Chi-Chi mains are usually the biggest targets when it comes to having to justify bringing in a less than ideal character into certain domains. So, in turn, they tend to be very neutral about other people's decisions, and don't freak out when little things don't go their way. You are absolutely an old school player. Diluc is impossible to power creep, but it's hard to deny his playstyle is a bit lackluster compared to the other new 5-star releases as of late. Diluc may have been an early carry for you when you luckily wished your first 5-star into existence, and you've kept your emotions burning until now, which is incredibly admirable. Most Diluc avatars I see are far in between, and the numbers seem to dwindle as the time goes on. But in the rare instance I do get to talk to them, they speak to the point and seem to be more focused on their current task, rather than bothering you about what you're doing in their world. Not to say that they won't let you in though. Baido fans are mostly guys, who may or may not be very into muscular women. I mean, I'm not one to judge, I'm one of you guys. Outside of any fetishes of any kind, Baido has the most unique playstyle in the game, which relies on reacting to enemy patterns for a big reward in damage. It's a very addicting playstyle, and being a Claymore user makes her very satisfying to attack things with. Not to mention her synergy in most compositions that demolish the Spiral Abyss makes her such a good unit to have. But Baido mains are the type of people I see who lend a helping hand to new or veteran players alike. They don't discriminate people based on how well they do in any particular activity, but more so their attitude to how they can improve or continue to do things better. Overall, a very lovely group of people. First of all, you are a very patient person, but also, you're a big fan of mysteries and piecing things together to solve them. Dainsleif plays a huge role in how the story of Genshin progresses, and in the most lore-rich environments, he gives us more clues on the mysteries and origins of the inhabitants of Teyvat. Also, tall, handsome men with a mysterious edge to them are very popular, it would seem. But Dainsleif fans are also stubborn in their own way. Not in the same way Noelle mains are, but stubborn in the fact that they always have their goal fresh in their mind. The way to achieve that goal is always subject to change, but they won't follow the first process that crosses their mind in order to achieve them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a like on it if you did. Let me know in the comments below if I got anywhere close with my thoughts, and also comment any characters you'd like to see in the future. If you'd like to see more Genshin Impact content from one of the 15 Xinyan mains, then please subscribe. Have a horrible rest of your day.